Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to take care of grease under the Willys Jeep. Let's get started. Got the trusty grease gun, whole roll of shop towels, my favorite shop skateboard. First thing I'm going to want to do is clean off those zerks. I've been doing a lot of desert driving lately. Very dusty, and I definitely don't want to pump any of that into the assemblies, so I'm going to clean that stuff off first. Give that a little pump as well. I don't know what's in the front of the gun there. Start clean on everything. There she goes. Pumps them in. I can hear it clacking around in there, and now I can see it moving the grease here a little bit near the seal. Go ahead and pull that off. Clean up a little bit after.
There are 30 grease fittings under the Jeep. One each for the steering connecting rod ends, total of 2. One for the steering bell crank pivot, one for each tie rod end, total of 2. The drag link has one forward and one aft. The clutch and brake pedal crossover tube has 2. Each spring eye pivot joint has 1 for a total of 4. The opposite end of the spring is attached via a shackle. Each shackle has 2 for a total of 8. Each drive shaft has a U-joint at either end. Each U-joint has 1 for a total of 4. Each drive shaft has a slip joint with 1 fitting for a total of 2. The transfer case shift lever has 1. I managed to point but didn't get video of me greasing it.
Alright guys, I think I got all the grease zerks at this point, most of the ones underneath, and if I didn't, I'll go back and get them before I call this job done. The one big one I wanted to make sure I got, and thank you Red Eye Garage for the reminder, is the 2 that are on the axle for the rear bearings. If you watch his video, and I'll try to link it, you don't get oil lubrication coming from the diff. There's a seal in here that keeps all the oil in the diff, and so these need to be greased. So I'm going to pump a couple in here, and when it's full it should pop out the top. And you can see this probably hasn't been greased in a while, so thank you Red Eye for the reminder. Should be a little blip coming out the top soon.
I'm using a good marine grease here.
There we go, I can see it popping at the top there. See the little, what is that? I hope that's not a screw or something that the previous owner jammed in there.
As it turns out, it is not a screw from the previous owner. The V35 came equipped with spring-loaded caps at the oil relief hole to indicate when it was full and to prevent water from entering.
I'm going to call that one good. Good on us for doing our maintenance. Super grimy under here. Like I said before, I've been doing some desert driving. Very dusty stuff.
Under these conditions, greasing and oil changes should probably be happening at shorter intervals.
Okay, I can see the little button popping up. Alright. Alright, any job worth doing is worth getting messy over, I guess, right? So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run a little bit of grease as a layer on the shiny, or what should be the shiny part of the knuckle here. I haven't done a whole lot of water crossing here, so these are in pretty decent shape. But to keep rust off of these, I could run a thin film of grease on them. I'm just going to use my finger. Probably a little easier if you've got the wheel off. And then what you want to do is cycle the steering a bit, which I will probably jack up the front and do, but you want to just lock the lock, clean some of that off. You don't need a whole lot on there, I don't think. Probably even come in with a towel and kind of grab the excess. But just a thin layer keeps some rust off of there. And you should definitely do this anytime you're doing water crossings, or I think winter driving is the other recommendation. So do front and back, both sides of the front axle. It should be good. All right, there you have it. We've greased the underside of our Willys Jeep. Hope it was helpful. And don't forget to do your preventative maintenance.
While you're at it, check out Red Eye Garage here